If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification.
This is our last day at this national monument. Then we're off to the North Rim Grand Canyon. I know that they say that the Grand Canyon is going to be spectacular, but this was a nice pre-stop to the Grand Canyon. This has just been fantastic. I'm way up here on this cliff. You can't even see what I'm showing you. I mean, it's way down there, but just a beautiful area. And the weather has really cooperated with us. It's 76 degrees here in Shanto, Arizona. We're about 7,000 feet up in elevation, and when we get to the North Rim, I think they say that we're going to be up almost 9,000 feet. So I've been keeping an eye on the weather, and it's actually going to be cooler there than it is here, and it's pretty nice here. Right now it's about 11:30, I think. Daytime highs get around 83 to 86 degrees. I mean, a lot of you are going to say, oh my goodness, that's so hot. You get used to it. We don't run an air conditioner, which is helpful. So this has been a really pleasant trip, and of course it's just going to get cooler. Today is July 3rd. Yesterday someone said, boy, you sure have had a string of bad weather. We've pretty much always had bad weather. I mean, you know, I guess it's on perspective also. I mean, here, the sun's cooking you all the time. So, you know, you got to dress appropriately. You know, you should be wearing a hat and sunscreen and sunglasses and all that. But here's the thing. Gene on the Road said yesterday, weather is just part of life. You, living in your stick and brick, have gotten used to always being comfortable, where it has become a point where being uncomfortable seems abnormal. A lot of people said, you got to have an air conditioner. You need to start going into paid campgrounds. You need to make a swamp air conditioner. You need an air conditioner. And again, we've been doing this for 2 years, and I've never needed an air conditioner. It's miserable, but you can adapt. But almost 100 years ago, there was no such thing as an air conditioner, and people survived it. The only thing I'm doing is getting back into the elements that humans had always dealt with. The key is that you understand what is happening to your body. So many people tell me I drink too much water, but I don't drink too much water. I just don't go into the air conditioner. If you're out here and it's hot and you're sweating, you got to replenish those fluids. If you're going to become a nomad, the thing you're going to have to realize is weather is just part of the lifestyle. The only season that I have experienced that is a decent climate is fall. And I've been in several different places in the fall time, and I can tell you fall is the best season to be in. I've been in Florida in October, pleasant weather. I've been in Missouri in October, pleasant weather. The rest of the year, you have to deal with the environment. It's difficult to deal with. We went, for example, to the Smoky Mountains in Virginia and West Virginia in the summertime. It was July. We left August 1st. We left the Smoky Mountains August 1st. It was 43 degrees when we left in August. And we dealt with that temperature all the time. It rained all the time and it was cold all the time. So then people will say, well, just move, just go somewhere else. Okay, so you move, you go someplace else, and you're going to be dealing with different kind of environment. We left the Smoky Mountains and went to South Carolina, and it was 95 degrees. So, I mean, look at the huge swing in temperature then. So yeah, you can move. You're just going to move from one bad weather climate to another bad weather climate. It's just part of the lifestyle. If you're not willing to accept it, you're going to really struggle with it. Right now, we are in Arizona, and everybody's telling me, oh my gosh, you're just not going to make it. And like I said, the high temperature's been 85 degrees. My mother just told me yesterday it was 100 degrees there. She is further north than I am. And it's 100 degrees there, it's 85 here, and we're actually going to get cooler by going to the North Rim. So you also have to kind of figure out what you're doing in the lifestyle. Last summer we went to South Dakota. Now a lot of people, I hear this all the time, you need to go further north. What are you doing in the Southwest in the summertime? You're going to bake. Go to north. Last year we were in the grasslands and we went to the Black Hills. Now the Black Hills is kind of up in elevation. In the Black Hills, the daytime highs, all for the 2 weeks that we were there, was in the 90s every day. In the grasslands, we went there in the spring, left, came back late August when we were in the grasslands the second time, and it was 100 degrees every day. We stayed there a week, and then we went down to Nebraska. So no, it doesn't matter where you go, you're going to have to deal with weather. Springtime, people say, oh, okay, well, you know, you're going to have to avoid the tornadoes in the springtime. Well, you just can't. You cannot avoid tornadoes and bad weather in the springtime, I guess, unless you're here in Arizona. Now, that being said, Arizona has had several tornadoes. So Arizona is not free from tornadoes. It's just part of it. As a matter of fact, I was in Texas, and, you know, everybody's saying, oh, yeah, watch out for tornadoes. Yeah, about twice a week, there was severe weather when we were in Texas. But somebody said, you need to go to New Mexico. There's no tornadoes in New Mexico. I literally Googled it as soon as I saw the comment on the YouTube page, and it said, tornado, New Mexico, just hit, several people injured. You know, we drove through Mississippi. Now a lot of people say, oh, you didn't get kicked out of Mississippi. We got kicked out of a national forest in Mississippi because of bad weather. They were expecting tornadoes. They told us to leave. That to us meant that we had to leave Mississippi because there was no place else to stay. They kicked everybody out of the national forest. So we had to leave Mississippi, drive through. This is what was so incredible. We were actually safe in the national forest. If we'd have stayed in the national forest, we would have been safe. But we actually had to drive through the cold front that caused the tornado. We were only about 10 miles away from the tornado, the direct hit of the tornado. But we got that wind, and it was absolutely nightmarish. Again, if you're going to do this lifestyle, don't be fooled into thinking what all the YouTubers say is, oh, just go here and you'll be fine. In the wintertime, you're going to be fine. Go here in the summertime, you're going to be fine. Weather does not stop just because you decided to go somewhere. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travel.